This is the time to experience something different. Like one of the students from 10th grade, Master MTS Sharan, has done some mono action on Ramanujan. So let us all watch what he has done.
Namaste. I'm Srinivasa Ramanjanayangar. Today I'm here to tell some important things which happened in my life. I was born on December 22nd, 1887 in Erode, India, located in the southern part of our country. Shortly after my birth, my family moved to Kumbakonam where my father worked as a clerk in a cloth shop. When I was 15 years old, I obtained a copy of George Shoebridge-Carr's synopsis of elementary results in pure and applied mathematics, which had 1000 formulae of algebra, trigonometry, and calculus. After referring to his two volumes, I have started my own theorems and ideas in mathematics. 1903, I secured scholarship from the University of Madras but lost it in the following year because I neglected all other subjects in the pursuit of mathematics. I ignored everything else and played with numbers day and night, and due to this, it took 3 attempts for me to pass my intermediate examination. In 1909, I was married to a 9-year-old girl named Janaki, who made me more responsible. After marriage, I am in a search for permanent employment that culminated me in an interview with the government official Ramachandra Rao, who was impressed by my mathematical prowess. Rao supported my research for a time, but as I was unwilling to live on charity, I obtained a clerical job in Madras Port Trust. In 1911, I got my first of my papers published in the journals of the Indian Mathematical Society. In 1913, I began correspondence with a great British mathematician named J.H. Hardy that led to a special scholarship from the University of Madras and a grant from Trinity College, Cambridge, and I travelled to England. In 1914, Hardy tutored me and collaborated with me for my research. Although I was almost completely unaware of modern developments in mathematics, my mastery in continued fractions was unequaled by any living mathematician. I have worked out on the Riemann series, the ellipticals, the integrals, the hypergeometric series, the functional equations of the zeta function, and my own theory on the divergent series. On the other hand, I have never known about the doubly periodic functions and Cauchy's theorem, and I had only known the most nebulous idea of how a mathematical proof constitutes. Although my theorems on the theory of prime numbers were wrong. In 1917, I was affected by tuberculosis and fell very ill. Once, when I was hospitalized, Mr. Hardy came to visit me. Then, out of anxiety, I asked him, "How did you come?" Then he replied, "I came by a taxi." Then I asked, "What is the taxi number?" Then Hardy said, "It's 1729," and replied that it was a dull number. Then I said, "No, Hardy, it's a quite interesting number. 1729 is the smallest number which can be expressed as the sum of two cube numbers, and that too in two ways. First one, 9 cube plus 10 cube gives us 1729, where 9 cube is 729 and 10 cube is 1000, and 1 cube plus 12 cube gives us 1729, where 1 cube is 1 and 12 cube is 1728, which gives us 1729. To know or to say something to this world, we will not only require the knowledge or hard work, we also require one more important factor, that is the God's grace, which could help us in anything. There is nothing on this world which is not discovered by the God. Sometimes we are learning that from referring books. So, if the whole world does the hard work and gains the knowledge, definitely the God's grace will be on them and they would definitely prosper in their life. Jai Hind.
Is it not something nostalgic? We all just experienced like live Sir Srinivasa Ramanujan here. Thank you, Master Sharan. Thank you for your nice
Well done, well
performance.
done.
Now, this is the time to experience one more student who will present PPT here. I hope Master Sri Harshit is present here. Are you able to hear me, Mr. Harshit?
Yes,
Sri
sir.
Harshit, are you there? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Please introduce yourself and you can show your presentation. He has done some presentation on mathematics. A small mathematics competition was conducted and he came out with some ideas and he would like to share it. Please go forward.
My name is Sri Harshit. I'm studying in Sri Prakash 11th class. I hope my screen is visible.
Not yet. Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay. Mathematics and its relation to the modern world. Mathematics, as we all know, is the science that deals with the logic of shape, quantity, and arrangement. The word mathematics is derived from the Greek word mathema, meaning knowledge. The famous Greek mathematician Archimedes is considered by many to be the father of mathematics. He is credited with the designing of numerous innovative machines such as the screw pump and siege engine. Mathematics helps us keep our life in balance. Sometimes we apply mathematics in our daily life without our own knowledge. An example of this is when we go buy groceries and estimate how much it will cost us and how much money we'll have left. Some job occupations that requires mathematics on a daily basis are accountant, data analyst, economist, and architect. The various technological advancements that have taken place over the years is known as modern technology. The development of technology is due to the involvement of science, arts, and most importantly, mathematics. Both mathematics as well as modern technology go hand in hand as the latter and former both need each other. Mathematics plays a major role in the development such as the recently launched PSLV C-50 communication satellite by ISRO. Scientific theories such as solid and fluid mechanics, electrodynamics, thermodynamics, and quantum mechanics, all of which require considerable mathematical training and play a major role in present-day technology. Various technology and/or advancements that requires mathematics are architecture, computer algorithms, banking, astronomical science, forensics, sports, cooking, and the military. In architectural design, geometry, algebra, and trigonometry play a crucial role. These math forms are applied by architects to plan their blueprints or initial sketch designs. The probability of issues the construction team could run into is also calculated as they bring the design vision to life in 3 dimensions. The laws of discrete mathematics is used to create the rules of computer algorithms. Efficient algorithms are also designed by computer programmers by using discrete math. Discrete math is applied to determine the number of steps an algorithm needs to complete which implies the speed of the algorithm. Banking. Budgeting, spending, saving, and investing all require mathematics. Banking is a world of numbers. For handling accounts, for calculating interest rates, and for determining credit scores, mathematics is needed. In order to calculate many things in the banking sector, mathematical formulas are required. Astronomical science. Mathematics is used by astronomers all the time. An example of this is when we look at objects in the sky with a telescope. A series of numbers are recorded by the camera attached to the telescope. These numbers might correspond to how much light different objects in the sky are emitting, or what type of light, and so on. Forensics. In order to analyze forensic evidence scientifically, mathematics is needed. Forensic scientists perform calculations and determine the facts of a crime with the help of data collected by investigators. Showing proof of what occurred during a crime in data and numbers is impossible with the help of numbers. In sports, data like statistics of each player is calculated using mathematics. For example, in baseball, math is used to find the batting average for each player. Another example is in bowling. Math is used to find how many points were scored in each frame. In many aspects of cooking and baking, mathematics is necessary. Conversion of temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit and vice versa is impossible without mathematics. Mathematics is also used to change the quantities of ingredients provided by a recipe and is also used to work out cooking times based on weight. The military. All sectors of the military, from the Air Force to the Army to the Navy, all use mathematics. Solutions to logistical problems like the transportation of soldiers, weapons, and food is provided by mathematics. Development and simulation of complex and detailed military tactics or strategies are aided by mathematical models. These simulations might involve statistics, probability, or game theory. Thank you.
Thank you, Harshit. Thank you for your nice presentation.
Thank
Actually,
you.
if we start talking about mathematics in our daily life or mathematics in different fields, the day will get over. It is unlimited. It can be everywhere from our birth to death, every moment in the world, what we are experiencing everywhere in every moment, it is connected somehow with mathematics. Thank you, Harshit. Now, this is the time to hear one more mathematician with a great experience in mathematics, that is none other than Dr. S.R. Santhanam. Before I invite, I would like to say a few words about him. He is a true mathematician as he spends his day mostly with mathematics. He coaches students for IIT exams, different Olympiads, and guides students and teachers to present their research papers in various national and international conferences. He has conducted several conferences in India and presented papers in various international conferences. I deem it my great privilege to invite Dr. S.R. Santhanam to give away his messages in this occasion. Would you please, sir?
Some of my personal experiences I would like to talk to you. That is number one. Because the day is going to end. Now the program is going to end now. My personal experience, a very personal experience. During the presentation of Vinay Nair, what happened actually, in 1980s, Mr. P.K. Srinivasan could find with great difficulty the house of Srinivasa Ramanujan. And they visited. And I had an opportunity to visit Ramanujan's house. Of course, I met his wife, Janaki Ramanujan, a very thin lady with a big specs. She was there with a cotton sari. Cotton sari means usually the South Indian Brahmins use a very long sari and then wrap themselves in that one. She was like that. And then many people visited her. So she was not very willing to meet many persons because she was so tired also. And at the same time, when I met her, she could somehow talk to me for a few minutes, around not more than 10 minutes. Then I asked her about her experience. How did you spend your life with Ramanujan? And she told in Tamil, namely, I have not lived with him at all. I have not lived with him at all. See, when I was married to him, I was 9 years old. And after some time, soon after he left for Cambridge. And after 4 or 5 years, he returned and returned with a disease, a deadly disease. And what she told me is, namely, she used to lie on an easy chair, and she showed the easy chair to me. This was the easy chair usually he lies, and he will be having a lot of pain. Namely, he used to call Janaki, come, I'm having a lot of pain. And he used to take several papers and go on writing something, and there will be a dustbin put by the side, and he will slip all his writings into the dustbin, and usually tells me that collect all these things and put it in the bureau. So I used to collect all these things and then put it in the bureau. That was my experience with Ramanujan, she told. A very nice lady and a very hospitable lady. She asked that, should I prepare some coffee for you, this and that. I told, please don't trouble yourself. And I asked that, how about your, why did not you go along with him to Cambridge? She did not say anything, but she murmured, namely, my mother-in-law did not allow me to go. And as far as Srinivasa Ramanujan was concerned, his mother was so powerful than his father. Namely, she is the person who shaped him, and she was the person, and without her consent, he would not have crossed the sea and went to Cambridge. Because of the fact that in olden India, that is medieval India or whatever it is, even 100 years ago, Brahmins are not supposed to cross the sea and then go to foreign countries. And it was she who took the initiative. Somehow she was convinced. She was a very, very pious lady. And she decided that he should go. And she only allowed. The father could not say anything. And she was the person who decides everything in the house. Such a powerful personality she was. And she allowed him to go. And after coming back, and he was not there for a long time. But at the same time, in these 5 years, what he has produced is enormous. Not only that one. And numbers are the best friends of Ramanujan, and they revealed their secrets to him only. Namely, see, numbers are friendly with so many people, no doubt about it. So with Gauss, Carl Friedrich Gauss, and with Euler and Kumar, all these people were very good number theorists, but they struggled a lot and then got. But at the same time, Ramanujan and numbers are so friendly that they come forward and then they told that, see, these are our secrets, take it from us. So in that way, he has done. Not only that one, and when you see his handwriting, a very, very typical handwriting, in the last notebook, so you can see that one, the typical handwriting of not a very good handwriting, but at the same time, legible, quite legible. And if you see, formula after formula he gave, just like that, and no proofs, of course. Some of them were proved, of course, but many of them means 90% of them were not proved by him. But on seeing one or two things, we will be flabbergasted. How such a formula occurred to a person, and such a peculiar, infinite series, especially infinite series. Infinite series is his favorite. Namely, infinite series summation is not so easy to make. And how he conceives that infinite series, nobody knows. And as Vinay Nair told that, how did you get all these things? He told that Lord Namagiri gave me that idea, or Lord Namagiri through me. She is telling something in numbers, which I am just telling. And moreover, when he was in Cambridge, as I told in the morning, that once there was a friend of him from India, Dr. Mahalanobis, who was the founder president of Indian Statistical Institute, and then he was a friend of him, and then he was a contemporary of Ramanujan. And he told that there is a journal called Strand Journal, in which there was a problem given, namely, morning Mr. Lakshmi Narayana told the problem. There is a row of houses where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that numbers were given. You stand before one house such that the sum of the numbers on your left and sum of the numbers on your right should be the same. And that was the thing. Ramanujan was cooking something there. And Mahalanobis asked that this the problem came in the Strand magazine. What do you think about it? Ramanujan immediately told that it is connected to continued fractions. Mahalanobis was taken aback. Namely, he told, how did it occur to you that it should be, continued fractions are to be applied here? No, when you say that problem, it occurred to me that continued fraction should come. And the solution contains the continued fractions. See, that was the foresight of Ramanujan. Nobody would do like that. See, these are the numbers where even the very famous number theorists, they will work on it, and then they will know after some time that this will lead to these kind of things. Ramanujan was not like that. It just flashes to him, namely, and whenever you give a problem, just like that he flashes something. That is the very, very rare quality of Ramanujan, and that everybody talks about 1729, and then who will immediately say that that is the number can be expressed in the sum of two cubes in two different ways. That is okay. But he says that is the least number. That is another surprise. Namely, which means what? There are numbers, higher order numbers, namely higher digit numbers, where this property is there. In that one, among all the numbers, 1729 is the least. Therefore, don't you think that it is somewhat very much surprising? With that is why he told, with God's grace only, I could do that one. It is the God's grace, I believe. And around 2-3 days back, Jonathan has texted something. Dr. Santanam, what do you say about the Ramanujan's one thing? Namely, he writes like that: 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc. is minus 1 by 12. What is that? So if you take, for example, these are all positive numbers, and some of the integer, that is natural numbers, how can it be minus 1 by 12? There is, and see, from anybody it comes, then we have to think that it's right or wrong, that is something that from such a brain it has come, means there should be something in it. And then to decode that one, lot of YouTube videos are available to us, and then it is a very big topic. And if you lecture on this, it will take hours together. Therefore, that is in one line he has done. And many people thought that no, he is wrong. Namely, see, so much so, this much has been given to the Ramanujan's credit, and then 1 or 2 may be wrong. Somebody will be thinking like that. No, that is not the case. And Binay and I talked about the nested radicals. Nested radicals. What is that actually? For example, he wrote the root of 1 plus 2 into root of 1 plus 3 into root of 1 plus 4 into root of, etc., etc. What he said, the value is 3. Value is 3. What is this? So I told you, that infinite series and infinite sequences series are very, very handy for him. There, mathematicians do not want to venture into the infinity. This man, just like that. That is why the name of the book is The Man Who Knew Infinity. So infinity was the best friend of Ramanujan. I should say that it is so nicely done. I mean, what thought went into his brain to do that? See, he would have thought that 3 is equal to 1 plus 2. And this 1 plus 2 is 1 plus root 4. And this root 4 he writes as 2 into 2. Now he writes 1 plus, sorry, that is correct, 1 plus root of 2 into this again 4. Like that it goes. And what he does is, he is going on building up like that. His focus is on infinite sequences. And it's very beautiful. And I should not continue this one further, because we can always do this one very easily. And I have worked out that one how he got it. Therefore, he got it like that. And you can easily do this one. It is not a problem. Now, why I am telling you all these things is, he is a man who is coupled with God's grace and a deep interest in mathematics, and he poured mathematics. Rather, he poured number theory mostly, and it is not just numbers. It's not just numbers. And Riemann zeta functions. And when he got his degree, PhD means in those days it is called BA by research in Cambridge. And in the morning I told that those who have not attended the morning thing, I told one more thing, namely, GHRD fought to get a FRS for him, and he has to convince so many people, and people are not so easily accepting it, but they have to somehow convinced. Before that, it took some time to get into that degree, and Ramanujan wanted to commit suicide. He jumped in front of a train, but Scotland Yard police saved him actually, and no FIR was put against him, because see, committing that is attempt to suicide in London is a criminal offense, and nobody will give him as far as he will be put behind bars. And this was told by GHRD when he was in a party to a person, namely, this has happened. I had to influence. Even Queen's influence was there, somebody says. I don't know whether it's correct or not. This is the thing. Now, why I'm telling you all these things is, we feel proud as an Indian that such a genius was born in India. And not only that one, he contributed there. His results are now also used in the latest computer technology and in many places. And the Ramanujan's theories were still going on under research, and it is so nice. We feel very proud to be an Indian because Ramanujan was an Indian, and that's all. Thank you for listening to me. You can proceed, Mr. Roy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your experience with all the children and staff and all the guests who are here. Actually, we celebrate this National Mathematics Day. There are so many reasons. Like that, if we just narrate the stories connected to the great mathematicians, it will inspire the young minds to work towards mathematics. So definitely, it goes in its true sense. Thank you, sir. Now, we conducted several competitions on occasion of National Mathematics Day. I request Mrs. Fani Kumari Madam from the Mathematics Department to go for the prize distribution ceremony and announce the name.
Thank you for giving me this
Please,
opportunity.
please carry on.
Yes, in the competition of poster making presentation on importance of Ramanujan's number, first prize is backed by Miss Nitya Sahitya from grade 4. Second place is bagged by Mr. Venkatesri Surya Gunnu. Third place is bagged by Sahasra Tamana from grade 4. Kankshit Dasari bagged by third position in poster presentation. First place is bagged by Pratyush Pradhan from grade 5. First place is bagged by Pratyush Pradhan and Vasavi Sanvi. Second place is bagged by Lakshmi Maithili and Lohita. Third place is bagged by Lohita. Now move to the next competition. Poster presentation from grade 6. First place is bagged by Sai Lasya V from grade 7. First place is bagged by Venkat Shriram. Second place is bagged by Jnana Nagahasani. Third place is bagged by Shanmukha Tejashvi. Now, the second one, math tricks competition. First place is bagged by Tirumala Venkatesh from grade 10. Second place is bagged by Sai Yashashvi from 9th grade. Third place is bagged by Deepak from 10th grade. Let's see the winners of movie review competition, A Man Who Knew Infinity. First place is bagged by Geetika Deepthi from grade 12. Second place is bagged by Pratyusha Pradhan from grade 10. Third place is bagged by Bhuvan Krishna from grade 8. Let's see the winners of PowerPoint presentation. First place is bagged by Sri Harshit from grade 11. Second place is bagged by Surya Harshit from grade 11. Congratulations to all the winners. Off to Roy sir.
I congratulate all the students for their nice effort regarding this mathematics National Mathematics Day competition. Again, I would like to invite our senior principal, Mr. MBBS Murthy Garu, to share his views on this occasion. Would you please, sir?
Thank you, sir. Namaste, everyone. All the time we have been listening about Sir Ramanujan, and we have taken him for a genius. But as students, I would like you to understand that genius can be made also. See, there is a belief that genius cannot be made. But only thing is, if you have to dive deep, you go deep into the subject, try to observe the patterns. Every small problem has some pattern, some logic. Try to find that. It's not that you have to remember the solution and present it in the examination and get through that. Then the purpose of celebrating National Mathematics Day, Ramanujan's birthday, will not be served. Even a simple addition problem, like you try to create some problem. I'll just quote one. I have listened to this from Sri Ramaya Garu. He asked a question saying how many ways you can add two single digits and get single digit as an answer. So then when you start looking at the possibilities, for example, 1 plus 2 is 3 or 2 plus 3 is 5 and so on, then you start getting some doubts. Is repetition allowed? Can you repeat 2 plus 3 and 3 plus 2? And there is another kind of repetition, like can you take 1 plus 1 and 2 plus 2 also as an example? Can you take 0 into it or not? And when you start raising questions and start observing the patterns in it, you would arrive at some series. So see, there is no small problem or big problem. Once you start exploring the problems and try to observe the patterns, probably you can be a genius in math. Have a wonderful National Mathematics Day. Thank you.
Very nice message to the young minds, to the students present here, also the students who are listening to us. I hope the students will take this advice and further they will try to do from their end whatever possible from their side. Thank you, sir. Now, I consider myself lucky to invite CH Vijay Prakash, the director of C. Prakash Energy School, to give the closing remark for today's program. Would you please, sir?
Yeah, namaste everyone. Thank you, Asif. I also thank Professor Jonathan Crabtree as well as our good friend Mr. Vinay Nair, who has attended the session. Thank you very much, both of you. As usual, our Santanam sir. Speaking after Santanam sir is always difficult. Good to see students participating in this, and I hope more number of students could have participated. That would have been better, because such programs will actually sometimes kindle or ignite young minds. So I think students whoever are in this, you should be motivating your friends to join in such programs in future. When we are talking about this in the morning, we were talking about problems and solutions. When we identify the problem correctly, you get the solution. That's what we talk about. And also, like Murthy sir was also telling that students will have a lot of problems, and how mathematics will tell you that you have solutions for it. In real life also, solutions will be there for every problem. And once you can identify your problem correctly, the solution will automatically be striking to you. Only thing is, you should put your mind into it and give a clear idea to your problem. Definitely, your thought process should be on that till you really get the solution. Basically, when you have a problem, people will think that, okay, because only to me it's there. I'm talking about real life. When you see how many problems really Ramanujan had, I think when Santaram sir was mentioning, it's a God's grace what made Ramanujan to that level, thought process and all that. Even I think the help will come in the form of Hardy. When you are really sincere about your work, when you are putting all your efforts, definitely there will be some help coming from external force also to you to make you successful in your attempt. You can see such a small place where no research of mathematics was there, and such a person could go to Cambridge and be a member of FRS, like fellow of Royal Society of Cambridge. It's like really a boon. Only his sincere efforts and his complete dedication towards the subject made him that. As Murthy sir said, in India we idolize people, we make them a god. That is not, I think, right. Definitely, whatever they, you should first study the person, what the problems they had. We'll also have, I think we have now a lot of better infrastructure now to actually go to a national and international level. In this pandemic time, we are able to communicate with each other and all that only because of technology. And luckily, even in India, we are having all that facility. What all globally is 25 years back, this was not possible in India. Our technology was way back, far away from the developed countries. I think your generation should take initiative and really think that whatever we can do, we should be doing sincerely and putting all your dedication towards that. Definitely, help will be there. Like Hardy has come all the way from UK to help Ramanujan in Chennai. I think that is really what is going to happen to you also if you are doing your work with dedication. Have a wonderful mathematics day and good future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your practical words. I hope this young generation definitely will think about it. Thank you, sir. Now I request Mrs. Fani Kumari Madam to propose the vote of thanks.
Namaste. I would like to propose a vote of thanks to our guest for today, Mr. Vinay Nair sir, and Mr. Jonathan Capri, sir, for celebrating this day with us. Thank you, sirs. Virtual celebration of National Mathematics Day has not dampened our spirits and passion for this subject, for which the revolutionary and intellectual Ramanujan is known for, that is, mathematics. Sharing screen space with our director, sir, Sri C.H. Vijay Prakash, has been delightful. Thank you, sir, for being a part of this ceremonial occasion. Murthy, sir, thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts on this special occasion. It has indeed been a pleasurable experience to be witness to your oration, Professor Santanam. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank the staff of Sri Prakash for participating in National Mathematics Day. Namaste.
Thank you, madam. So, once again, happy National Mathematics Day to all of you.